Hello everyone, I'm Lucy. Today is a grammar lesson and the subject is when to use the word some or any. So let's start. So in this story, I am hungry and I'm in the kitchen and I'm looking for something to eat. There are some apples, there is some bread, there are some eggs, and there is some wine. So, as you can see in all of these sentences, we're using the word some. You can see the word some in all four sentences. So, let's look at these sentences in more detail. Well, the first thing we see is that they are all positive sentences. They are all in the affirmative. And there are two types of positive sentences here. On the left, we can see that this is in the plural. There are several apples, and so the verb is in the plural, there are. And the noun is in the plural, apples, with the letter S. And it is the same for eggs. There are some eggs with an S at the end. So on the left, there are examples of countable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns which are separate objects. We can't count them. Uncountable noun can exist in the singular and also the plural. Here, for these examples, they are in the plural. So we use the word some in positive sentences for countable nouns which are in the plural. And on the right, these are uncountable nouns. Okay, this is slightly different. Uncountable nouns are not separate objects. We cannot count uncountable nouns. They are, for example, just a mass of product, and they can only exist in the singular. So the verb is in the singular and the noun is in the singular. And so we also use the word some for uncountable nouns in positive sentences. So, rule 1. We use some in positive sentences with countable nouns in the plural and uncountable nouns. Okay, so that is what we have seen here. We'll now look at the second rule. So, here, I am at parents' house and I'm talking to my mother. I am asking her to give me some food. Can I have some bananas? Can I have some bread? Can I have some eggs? Can I have some water? So again, here in all four sentences, we are using the word some. And if you look carefully, in fact, all of these sentences are questions. We are asking to receive something. We want something, so we are asking for it. And on the left, for the countable nouns, then we have the plural. So we only use the word some if the countable noun is in the plural. And on the right, there are uncountable nouns. So that is always in the singular. So rule number 2 for the word some is we use some in questions asking for something. And the countable noun must be in the plural, and it can also be an uncountable noun. So, questions asking for something. Now I'm at my home. I am with a friend and I'm offering food to my friend. So I'm offering something to my friend and I am doing this with a question. Would you like some strawberries? Do you want some sugar? Would you like some grapes? Would you like some pasta? So again, in all four sentences, we are using the word some, and they are all questions. And these questions are because we are offering something to somebody, okay? So we are wanting to give something to somebody. So we use the word some for countable nouns in the plural, always in the plural. We never use the word some for countable nouns in the singular, only the plural. And on the right, again, these are uncountable nouns. So rule number 3, we use some in questions offering something. for countable nouns in the plural and uncountable nouns. Now, for this situation, I am at my friend's house and I am in his kitchen, but I do not know what food he has in his kitchen. So I ask him, do you have any chocolates? Is there any milk in the fridge? Are there any carrots? Do you have any cheese? And here, all four sentences are using the word any, okay? And we can see that these are all questions, just normal questions about the noun. And as always, the countable nouns must be in the plural. And so here, are there any carrots? Is the plural. So the verb is in the plural, are. And for the uncountable nouns only exist in the singular. So the verb is in the singular and the noun is in the singular. So those are uncountable nouns. So rule 1 for the word any is we use any for questions. For normal questions, with countable nouns in the plural and uncountable nouns. So any in questions. And finally, I'm now at the restaurant with some friends and I'm talking about food with them. And I'm saying, I do not want any chocolates. We don't want any wine. There aren't any strawberries. There isn't any water. So we are using the word any. And if you look at them, the sentences, they are all in negative. Do not want. We don't want. There aren't any. There isn't any. Okay, so we use the word any for negative sentences. And the countable noun must go in the plural. And so the verb goes in the plural for countable nouns. And uncountable nouns are always in the singular, so the verb is in the singular. So rule number 2 for the word any, we use any in the negative. And the countable noun is in the plural, and also we use any for uncountable nouns in the negative. Okay, so that was quite easy, I hope. And now I will give you an exercise. So question number 1. What is in your fridge at home? I would like you to give me 3 things you have in your fridge. So my example is, there is some water. Okay, so I want you to answer that. Question 2. What foods are not in your fridge? Tell me 3 things which are not in your fridge. The example is, there isn't any rice. And question number 3. You're in the shop and I need you to ask if they have your favorite food. You have to ask for 3 different things, okay? For example, do you have any apples? Okay? I'll be waiting for your answers.